They called me a beggar. Out loud. In front of strangers. My own father, his voice slicing through the lobby like a blade. And in that moment, something inside me went cold. My name is Alara Voss. I'm 34 years old. And this is the story of how the family that tried to erase me ended up choking on the banquet I built for them. I arrived early that night, smiling, dressed for the celebration. My parents' family banquet. The hall shimmered, gold invitations, white linens, champagne towers. I reached for the door and then I heard it. Not invited. Leave. First I thought it was a joke. Until security stepped forward. Until my father spat the word beggar. My mother looked at her shoes. My sister smirked that I didn't cry. Didn't curse. I just walked away. But as the echo of my footsteps faded, so did the last ounce of mercy I had for them, because here's the secret. Every dime of that party, every rented tux, every glass of imported champagne was mine. Paid quietly, willingly for years. Until that night that I sat in my car, opened my banking app, and started cutting strings like a puppeteer who's had enough of the show. $7,000 catering gone. 12,000 honeymoon flights for my sister voided. 50,000 condo gift, they paraded as dad's legacy, frozen at $76,000 vanished from their little fantasy in under an hour. By the time I got home, I had dozens of missed calls. And then came the pounding on my door. My brother-in-law, red-faced, spitting rage. You need to fix this. The hotel won't release the rooms. The tickets are gone. I leaned against the frame, calm. Strange. Sounds like someone forgot who owned the receipts. He accused me of punishing the family. I told him the truth. I'm not punishing anyone. I'm protecting my investment. Cutting my losses. And then I showed him the folder. 3 years of contracts, color-coded, airtight. Proof I wasn't a daughter to them, I was a bank. And banks don't beg. They collect. That night I opened a new folder on my desk. Inheritance audit. Phase 2. The deeper I dug, the filthier it got. Trust funds drained for cars, vacations, spa days. Money stolen under the guise of family emergencies. They had bled me dry, then called me worthless. When the court hearing came, I didn't shout. I didn't crumble. I simply laid the paper trail bare. Every signature. Every stolen dollar. My parents sat across the aisle stiff as corpses, while the judge asked me one simple question. What do you want, Miss Voss? And I said, truth on record. Nothing less. The verdict wasn't prison, it was worse for them. Restitution ordered. Assets stripped. Condo transferred permanently to my name. The banquet of lies collapsed under the weight of receipts they never thought I'd keep. Weeks later, an envelope slid under my door. Inside a photo. The banquet. Everyone laughing, crystal glasses raised. And there, blurred in the background, me. The daughter already erased, on the back scrawled in ink. This was the moment it all fell apart. But they were wrong. That wasn't the moment it fell apart. That was the moment I woke up. Because what crumbled that night wasn't family. It was the illusion of it. The brand of love they sold to neighbors, funded by my silence. And once illusions burn, what's left isn't ruin. It's freedom. I sold the condo. Used the money to start the Voss Foundation, a scholarship for women who fight their way through life without a family safety net. The family who called me a beggar will never sit at my table again. But somewhere out there, another girl like me will finally have a seat. So tell me, if your family erased you tonight, would you stay silent? Or would you finally let the truth set the banquet on fire?